smack it in their face, and we are having a conversation, and my face is not very happy right now because you made a poor choice. Hey guys, what's up? It's Miss May here, 1-5 teacher. This video today, y'all, is strictly, and I will say it is the highly most requested video that I receive via email, comments, and I feel like I need to just start, I just need to do the video. This video is all about consequences for negative, bad behavior. And I'm talking about the rolling the eyes, like, I'm talking about the talking back. You can't tell me what to do. I'm talking about the hitting other people, the disrespect to you, the refusing to work, the arguing type of behavior. That's what I'm here to talk to you about. Now, if you haven't seen my previous videos in the past, you know I created a video about the clip chart system, where kids start every day on that ready to learn, and based on behavior, they either go up the clip or they go down the clip. It's a clip, that system, when I tell you I cannot stand it, I cannot stand it. I don't believe in it. I don't see any proof that that system works for children. I can't stand it. And I know a lot of people, because many, and I mean many, like hundreds of people have emailed me or commented to me and said, Miss May, the only reason why I do this system is because my principal makes us do it. I hope and pray that your principals out there are able to watch this video and to watch that previous video and maybe shine a little bit of light on why that system, it doesn't work. It's just something to just say that you have. Thank goodness I have a principal that does not believe in those type of systems. It's a negative, it's just a negative, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just negative. It's negative. So people were like, Ms. May, so how do you deal with the kid? Because let me tell you something, you guys. So my classroom is not perfect. I will admit my classroom runs really well, but it's ran on love, laughter, and kindness. But I have to get it there, and you have to start on the very first day of school. Actually, I started the night before school starts. That's another video you might want to check out, the night before first grade. I call every single one of my students the night before school starts, and I have a conversation with them. I usually try to call them, you know, kind of early, late afternoon, mid-afternoon, late afternoon, and just talk to them and ask them how their summer has been, what they did this weekend, are they looking forward to school. You'll see the video, just click the card, I'll have it there for you. But I like to build relationships the day before school starts. So from the day before school starts until the last day of school, I am constantly building relationships and keeping those relationships healthy. So it's the first day of school, and well, before I even get started, I don't believe in punishment. I believe in logical consequences, because when you do something that's not appropriate and that's not right, you're gonna have a consequence to it. I feel like many teachers get so frustrated with a child that is very defiant that they just want they want them suspended, they want in-school suspension, they want them to write sentences 100 times, they want to yell at them, they want them to miss recess, they want, you know, they want to humiliate the kid in front of the whole class because they get so angry. And those things are the things that you don't want to do as a teacher, as an educator. So I believe in logical consequences for the behavior that is being presented, being brought to me or to other kids in the classroom. I believe in logical consequences. So I'm sure many of you are asking, well, what the heck, Miss May, is a logical consequence? So here's the deal. For example, you have a kiddo that is in the bathroom playing. Okay, they're taking the paper towel rolls, they're wetting them, they're throwing them on the floor. They might even be writing on the walls. You know, I'm speaking of elementary, because I mean, kids can be sneaky and put things in their pocket and then go in the bathroom. But just really not showing that positive behavior in the restroom. So you find out, teacher comes and tells you, I'm just gonna say for my examples, okay? So I've had kids in the past, you know, before, you know, it's like that first couple weeks of school and they're playing in the bathroom and I'm being told that they're playing in the bathroom. Miss May, so-and-so did this, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so it makes me upset because we've been practicing what it should look like and sound like in the restroom, and yet this child continues to want to play and goof off. So to keep my composure, because let's be honest, we're all human, it ticks you off. It makes you very upset because you're like, okay, I'm spending my quality time trying to teach you how to be respectful in the restroom and you're choosing not to do it. Yeah, it does a little something to you. However, I'm not gonna let that show. I'm gonna just say, okay, and if I'm busy with a group or with kiddos, I'm not gonna stop my teaching time to address this from the bathroom. But you best believe I haven't forgot and I'm gonna get to you. So instead of saying, sit in timeout, or you have 10 minutes off your recess, or just yelling at that kid in front of the whole class, which is a big no-no, I'm gonna wait till I get myself a little calm and a little cool, and then I'm gonna go talk to that kiddo. So like once all the kids are doing their thing and they're in the classroom, I may take that kid and pull them outside of the classroom and talk to them. I might just say, hey, can you come up over here? And I might sit in, you know, we might be in the corner and I'll just explain, you know. And when I explain it, I'm not that sweet, ooh doo doo. I'm not like that. I get eye level and I have a stern face, look on my face. And then I explain to them how disappointed I am in them, and that it makes me sad that you made the wrong choice, that you chose to whatever, and I just run off what they did. But I know next time you're gonna make a better choice. And then I go on to proceed. Now this is like a first strike, okay? Okay, you're playing in a bathroom, okay, I'm gonna talk to you, have that conversation. So then after I tell them, you know, I know you're gonna make a better choice, I'll tell them, so now you're gonna go in the restroom and you're gonna clean up that mess that you made. And then I'll say, if that mess isn't there, the next time we see a mess in that restroom, you're gonna go in there and you're gonna clean it up. And then I'm done. I don't harbor on it. You have 10 minutes off your recess. Like, so my child has 10 minutes. I mean, I don't know. I want y'all to be honest with me in the comment section. If you truly believe no recess works, I don't. And I mean, everybody has a right to their opinion. Like, my videos aren't here to upset people or push buttons. I'm just here to give my advice on how I feel. So if you feel like no recess helps, let me know in the comment section and tell me and explain to me how does that truly help. I personally don't believe taking recess away helps fix the problem. Yeah, they may be upset because they can't play for you know, 5-10 minutes or whatever. But at the same time, while they're sitting there outside for recess and they're looking at their friends playing, I don't really think they're really truly thinking about what they did. I feel like they truly think about what they did when there's a logical consequence. Like when they're in there picking up that trash or wiping down whatever they did in that restroom, they're thinking about why they're sitting there doing that. That's the consequence. So you mess up the restroom, that's your consequence. So that's just an example. Another logical consequence is like if you have that kid that rolls their eyes at you and or talks back to you. So I've had that before. And what I do, so like, okay, let me give you an example. If I'm sitting there teaching and I have all my kids on their learning spots and I'm doing my mini lesson and a kiddo just throws, you know, I've had kids that'll just say, this is dumb, this is stupid, I don't know why we have to do this. I ignore it. I do not feed into it. Don't you dare. If one thing I can tell you, don't you dare argue with children. It's not worth it. Do not argue with them. So I'll ignore it, okay, and I keep teaching. But let's say they keep on going, you know, okay, so then I start calling out kids that are making wise choices. Thank you so much, thank you so much. And I just ignore as hard as it may be. try your best to ignore. So let's say it's starting to get to you a little bit more, and you like ignoring it it's tapping on that nerve so bad you are about to snap. So what I'll do is I'll stop and I'll say, okay, you have a choice. You have a choice to sit here and listen, or you can go to your seat and put your head down, or you can go to, you know, whatever. If I know me, I like to have a place in the classroom where a kid can go and just cool down. You know, you can go have a cool down. That's what I do. Now after I do that, no more. I don't feed into that. And I tell you, once kids start realizing that you ignore their behaviors, once they realize that, 9 times out of 10, they're really not gonna keep doing that because they're not getting the attention that they want. A lot of times these kids are acting out because there is something going on. Something is going on inside, at home. There's emotional situations going on, and that's their cry for help. And I know, as hard as it may seem, because I can hear people now say, well, Miss May, those kids need to know how to act in school. I mean, I'm sorry to tell you, but you know, it's not like how when we used to go to school. I know when I was in school, there was no way I wanted the teacher calling my mom and dad, because I knew that I would be in huge trouble. I mean, my brother and I are the same. The teacher called home? Whoa. Whereas like if a teacher calls home now, it's like there's always an excuse for a child's behavior. It's just the way the world is, the way kids are being raised now. There's always an excuse. There's always an excuse why this kid is doing this kid's doing that. There's always an excuse. We just have to deal with that. But we as teachers, and I've accepted it, I have to understand and realize that I'm not just a teacher teaching academics. I'm teaching social skills, you know, and that's just the way it is. I'm teaching kids manners. I'm teaching kids how to sit in a seat, how to sit on the carpet, how to talk in a normal tone voice. Like, those are things that we just have to do as educators. And to me, if you're not ready for that, or you're not accepting of that, then it might be time to find something else to do, because this is how it is, and I truly believe this is how it's just gonna be. And I have that in my mind, and I understand that. So this is why I feel building relationships is so important. So you start from the night before school starts through the whole school year, because as you're building that relationship and as that kid is acting out, that relationship is going to get higher and that acting out is going to go lower, and pretty soon you may not see any more acting out, or you may see just a little bit here and there from time to time. But when I discipline with logical consequences. I allow kids to have a breather, you know, go to the cool down area, you know, take a chill, relax, get your thoughts and your mind right, and then we'll talk. I never talk to a kid when they are upset. I wait until they are done and they're calm. I suggest everybody, if you can, have a place where a kid can go and just have some time. Have some little stuffed animals there, some little kinesthetic things that they can touch, they can rub, you know, just something that can calm them down. I highly recommend that. Then when that child is calmed down, then you and that child can have a serious conversation about the behaviors going on. Now, you may get a kiddo that, for instance, let's just say, like, I've had a kid who wasn't being respectful with the laptop. Okay, we've talked about what that looks like, what it sounds like, and you're choosing to make a poor choice. So now you can't use the laptop for the rest of the day. So maybe tomorrow you can make a better choice when you're using that laptop. And I'm telling you, I've had kids that just, oh, it was the end of the world because they couldn't use the laptop. But that's the logical consequence. Not go pull your card because you're not using the laptop correctly, or move your clip because you're not using the laptop. I mean, that system is not, that doesn't work. What works is you're talking about the behavior and you're fixing that behavior with a logical consequence. So when people ask me what's your discipline, that's my discipline. That's my discipline. I don't send kids to the principal. If I send a kid to a principal, it has to be where my life and my students' life is in danger. Meaning kids are throwing things, that's an automatic you got to go. That's an automatic. And let me see what else. What else would send a kid to a principal? I'm not sending a kid for calling me out of my name. I'm not, like, to me, I gotta have thick skin. Like, they have to see, even though inside it may be, ooh, making me so upset, I can't let them see me sweat. Let's see what else, guys. I feel like I've been just kind of rambling, but I just wanted to share with you guys how, I mean, just anything that you don't like, that you see. Like, don't have a kid move their clip. Don't have kids miss their recess. Kids need to run. Kids need to be active. They need to move around. Like, you're making it worse by having them just sit there. I mean, they're sitting so much, you know, in our classrooms, and you're having them just sit there and not just be free without academics. You're just making it worse for yourself, I feel. You know, if you need to take some, if you're taking recess away, take it away for a purpose and not the whole recess, okay? So you didn't walk in line correctly, so guess what? You're gonna practice walking in line. So we're gonna start from here all the way until we go back outside. We're gonna practice that. I guess that's kind of, I don't know, I guess that's kind of it, guys. I just want to share that with you because I think people feel like, well, Miss May, you don't do anything, you just let them get away. Heck to the no, they just don't get away. You do something inappropriate that you're not supposed to do, you're gonna have a consequence for that. You're gonna have a consequence for that. And I will say, like, kids too, they need to see that you mean business. Like, I get in their face and we are having a conversation and my face is not very happy right now because you made a poor choice. But I know the next time that you go to the restroom, you are going to make a right choice. So now what we're going to do, we're going to walk to the restroom and you're going to clean that restroom up. Do you understand? And let me tell you something, works like a charm. My teammates, they laugh at me because they're like, they just know. They're like, you just have that. And I do, like, I can flip it and I get stern and I get a straight face and I mean business. And that's what it is, because they're like, whoa, Miss May is so bubbly and she's so sweet and happy and fun, and but woo, when you get on that bad side, she's woo. And that's what happens, because they see that happy, sweet, oh my gosh, she called me before school started, she's, you know, she's just so happy, she's just so caring, yada yada yada, you know, which I am, because that's how I want to be as a teacher. And when they see that other side, like, whoa, she's not playing, it starts breaking their heart. Because, I mean, I'm eating lunch with these kiddos on the first week of school, you know, well, not the first week, it's about the second week of school. I'm eating lunch with them, like, as a class, but like that second or third week of school, I'm having lunch with them as a whole class, and we're just bonding. But that's the key. You got to bond with these kids, because when they do make a mistake, you know, it's kind of heartbreaking for them. So that's my advice to y'all. So I just don't want anybody to feel like, oh, Miss May's living in this fantasy world and her classroom is this, blah, 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 whatever, whatever. But it's not like that, guys. I promise you. Kids act up, but I build these relationships with these kids, and as I'm building these relationships with these kids, they're getting logical consequences, you know. And after, you know, so long, now if you have kids that just aren't getting it, you know, some kids you do have to do a behavior contract on, and those kids need the behavior contract. That's not it, y'all. And if you're doing that, oh, maybe you can convince your principals, or possibly your principals can be watching this video or my previous videos. Maybe talk to them about having PBIS in your school. I know my school does PBIS. I did PBIS at my previous school, which is a great program too. So maybe you can have your principal Google PBIS in schools and get that program started in your school. And you know, it's a great tool, and I think it helps a lot. You just have to have a school-wide positive behavior system, and like, I just feel like it helps. So I'm not gonna keep you guys any longer. I just wanted to share with you how I deal with situations. I don't have a negative clip system. I mean, there's nothing negative in my classroom, nothing. I mean, if you see my classroom tours, you know that. My principal, she knows that. Like, she'll come into my classroom and she'll be like, Miss May, I just come because I need to just stand here for some happy. Because it is. I just want my room to be a happy place. For my students, for myself, and for people that come in. You know, that's just how I am. That's just how I feel. So with that said, guys, thank you so much for your support, your kindness, your love. I know many of you have started going into your classrooms, and I'm a little jealous because I'm ready to get in my room and do my thing too. So I plan to vlog all of that. I really truly do. I plan to vlog all that so that you guys can see the before and the after. Don't forget to always pray, because God will truly always make a way. I love you guys. Bye.